stroke career, but I don't think he's ever lost one the way he's losing this one. Donaire said he's very cognizant of Darcinian's uppercut, but that straight left can really wear you down. Boy, Donaire kind of buckled there. Momently with Vic Darcinian. There's the right hand landing, and even those wild punches by Donaire don't get countered by Darcinian. And it's not really just the right hand either. There's a nice left, counter left took by Donaire. The trick for Donaire was to counter well as Darcinian came in, and for the most part, he has done it. Already after round one, in the red and white, 17-1 with 10 knockouts. The champion Darcinian in the black trunks. Donaire, a huge underdog, yet he feels Darcinian has built his record on washed-up fighters and guys moving up in weight. But at least tonight, Darcinian in there with someone who's fought mostly at flyweight and super flyweight. But remember, Darcinian regularly spars with guys much bigger than him. Darcinian 28-0 with 22 knockouts. Now, Darcinian told us he wanted to use his right hand a lot more in this fight. He's known primarily as a left-handed puncher. So let's see if he tries to throw the right hook and the right uppercut a little more against Donaire. The reason for that, because he knows that Donaire is going to be circling to his left to try to get away from his power, the left hand. So he'll try to surprise him with the right. There it is, right there on cue. You know what I'm surprised at? And it's a good weapon. Donaire to the head. He is landing the jab. Donaire's also landing his left hook pretty well, because that's a good weapon against the southpaw. Donaire not known for that punch, and he's had hand problems with his left. Broken in his second fight as a pro, and it's been troubling him sometimes in fights since. Darcinian got nailed, and then he came back. Here's a right hand, a miss by Donaire with the left hand. And it is really heating up here in round two. Now, Vito Donaire is making this an interesting fight, but boy, he could make it too interesting for himself, because there are times when he is standing in harm's way of those Darcinian big punches. Donaire has to be extremely focused against the awkward, jerky moves of Vic Darcinian. That was a seminal moment in this fight. A big left hand by Darcinian, and Donaire counters him with the left hook. This is really turning into an interesting fight here in round two. It's a pretty good give and take. Good two-way action here in the early going. The IBF flyweight crowd. Well, you know, the interesting thing about this is it's almost as if Darcinian has stepped up in the ring, because Donaire is high trade at 115-pounder. And so we're getting a clue of how things would go for him in the 115-pound division. Darcinian missing again with a straight left there. And Darcinian's landed some more good straight left hands in this round. He's had a better second round. I don't know if he's winning it, but it's been better. Well, he's usually a slow starter. And in even fights in which he has been highly combustible later on. Trying to push Donaire back with heavy left there as Darcinian, but Donaire standing his ground, looking tough. Final seconds of round two. What is developing into an interesting affair. Well, as we mentioned earlier, back in October here on Showtime, Victor did his good second half of the round. He did come back very well, and that body work by Donaire. Darcinian's finding the range with the straight left, but the body work by Donaire in this round's been impressive. You can see the difference in height and reach favoring the young challenger Donaire. Darcinian certainly has his vulnerabilities, as you can see, looping his punches, as Al pointed out earlier, with defensive lapses, but his unconventional style and his incredible power usually bail him out. And when he straightens out those lefts, the power is compounded like just now. Now Darcinian going to the right. That was a counter left took a moment ago by Donaire. Every time Vic Darcinian kind of rushes in, he does get countered by Donaire. And that's an issue for him. Donaire has more well-rounded skills than Darcinian. Darcinian usually just looks for that one punch to end it. He's kind of undisciplined, but it seems to work for him. You know, Vic Darcinian Regis fighters, when they come in the ring, and he's right, once they felt his power for the most part, Steve, they change. They can't use their skills. That hasn't happened yet. You know, Nito Granette, but that's a good left hand by Garcia. Oftentimes, it's difficult to stay outside box move counter against Garcia. He has to sort of get his chest, push him back, make it messy, hook to the body. But that's easier said than done, because if you get inside and you feel his sting, it's very discouraging. To Donaire's credit, he has fought this whole fight for the most part at long range, used his jab and stayed there. And Vic has managed to get the straight left hand in from time to time, but I know not as much as he would want. So far, he hasn't hurt Donaire with that punch. Donaire being extremely calm and patient here, waiting for his moments. The other thing Donaire did a moment ago was he feinted Darcinian, and you saw Darcinian ring. That nailed Donaire. Oh, there's a good left hand that staggered Darcinian. Remember, he's never been hurt or dropped in his career. Donaire, sensing the moment. Darcinian battles back. Donaire marching forward. Casey is another hard left hand to the chin by Donaire. Ironic that a left hook has been the big weapon for Donaire. Surprising. What a sheet of trouble. It might be the first time he's been in trouble his entire career, and we'll see how he responds in this situation. Round 4, 7 for 12. And for his son. A lot of concern in the Darcinian corner as well, led by trainer Billy Hussein, who's 2-0 with Darcinian since taking over from former world champion Jeff Bennett. You know, it's a... Darcinian's able to get that left in, especially when he uses the jab. I think Darcinian has not used his jab enough in this fight, Stephen. And were he using it more, it would set up that straight left hand. You'll notice both eyes red and swollen on Darcinian right now. Missing Riley with a straight left is Darcinian. So the eye, something he remembers much, and Donaire's been able to take advantage of it. Now there's some rough-house tactics by Darcinian. We talked about that before the fight. He likes to rough things up in there, but you can't do it, Steve, when your opponent, who has a big height and reach advantage, stays on the outside. Nice counter left there by Donaire. Another counter left by Darcinian. A spin on the move by Donaire. And Eddie Guardia was saying, don't do that. I kind of thought it was fun. What's better in basketball? Yeah, it's true. Final seconds of the round. And Darcinian ends it with a straight left to the chest. Let's get it over to our... And Anita, more of a tactical technician. And Anita Granette has some physical attributes, too, that his brother doesn't have. He's taller, he's got the reach, and he's a little bit bigger. And so all of that is troubling Vic Darcinian right now. Darcinian came in thinking that Nonito was more of a threat, and he was better than Glenn, taking nothing away from Glenn's skills. Round 5 underway, scheduled for 12. IBF flyweight belt on the line. The champion Darcinian in the black. Struggling a little bit with the challenger in the red. Nonito Donaire, nice shot to the body here by Donaire. Exactly, Steve. And the body work Donaire's done over the first 4.5 rounds could pay dividends later in the fight. Donaire thinks he'll own the later rounds. In his last 12-round fight, Donaire against Oscar Andrade won the last 3 rounds dramatically to win that decision. He feels he's going to be the stronger fighter in the later rounds. And our panel of press row scores have it as a majority draw after 4 rounds. I have a 39-37 as Sherman Cain does. Sherman Cain from the Manchester Journal-Enquirer here in Connecticut. Mark Abrams, 15rounds.com. Jack Obermeyer from Boxing Digest. Heavy up at midway point of round 5. There's the jab by Nonito Donaire working well. Oh my! Darcinian down for the first time! Struggling to get to his feet! It's over! It's over! The monstrous upset! There, that will go down as one of separate, but we would hope it is in any case, just to keep him down. But, well, they're bringing in the equipment, the stretcher. Boy, you hit it right on the head. The irony, just like they brought it in for Victor Burgos back in March. Earlier, Donaire had started to land the counter left hand, and here it would come in dramatic fashion. Again, lunging in Darcinian as he has, not concerned about defense. You have to admire the courage of Darcinian and the will. As hurt as he was, trying desperately to get up and continue. And clearly we know he was hurt. And you see there, just not doing well. And from above, we get a chance to see how well that left hook landed. It was just a perfect counter left hook by Nonito Donaire. And, you know, we talked about how the left hook had been successful early in the fight and really was the surprise weapon tonight. We would have expected the right hand to be more of a weapon for Donaire. And it put an end to Vic Darcinian's invincibility, that's for sure, and of course his undefeated streak. And as he lunges in, you see the right hand very low for Darcinian, keeps it very low, walks into a left hook, and that unalterably changed this fight and ended it. Nonito Donaire coming down from super flyweight to Vic Darcinian, and Darcinian, thank goodness, is okay.